Good morning, and good morning to each and every one of you all, and welcome to beautiful Barbados once again. You all must be saying this morning, well, I know it's West Coast because we're looking at Paradise Bay, but where's that swell coming from? Well, yes, we are having some swells that are being pushed around this morning due to all those systems out to the north and east of us. So we are seeing a little bit of a swell yesterday. For example, Church Point had about a shoulder to head high set coming in. Quite a few guys were out surfing, which was so unusual for this time of year. A lot of people don't realize we do get the backwash of hurricane swells. A lot of swells move around at different angles. Interesting system to the east. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on this morning. This morning, once again, I am joined by my co-star, who is all ready for you, as she said. She's been out here taking some photos and stuff of the sunrise, getting ready for this beautiful, beautiful day ahead. This looks like someone that we know coming in this direction. We will see that in a few minutes' time. But what a beautiful place to be out this morning, taking a stroll and welcoming in this gorgeous day. We are on the west, as you know, so we don't actually normally see the sunrise, but we can see a beautiful glow just up there behind the coconut tree. This morning is going to be a stunning, stunning day. Some clouds to the east, but at the moment, stunning conditions for sure. We are just, to give you the bearings, we're just in front of what you see Paradise Villas. This is where all those derelict buildings were for a very long period of time. However, they have been taken right down now, and the area is being fenced off. Not sure what the future will be holding for this. So we're going to come back in this direction now, and we're going to say, okay, it's not what we thought. How are you all going this morning? Good? Great to see you. All right. Okay, so we're going to say our Serenity prayer. I can't think of a more peaceful and beautiful place to do so, not only in Barbados, but exactly where we're located this morning. Please join us if you like. Remember, it's a prayer for direction, peace, comfort, and for understanding of what we're responsible for. So if you'd like to join us, please do. All others, we'll be back with you in a few moments' time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Yes, we tried to bring you the real Barbados. You would have seen quite a bit of garbage down here. Not too sure who's doing the cleanup or whatever, but if someone is on here that knows who's responsible for it, that would be nice to get that cleaned up. It's actually around the bin, which is overflowing, so it means that these people have the right idea of putting it near the bin, which is a great thing. It is quite comical this morning watching her. She has her own, what they call the bug dance, because there are little bugs down here, little flies and stuff that she's jumping all over from. So we're going to call that the bug dance this morning. So you all would know that happens down here on this side. You'll see a lot of bush and stuff on the intersection on our right hand side. This is all where the Paradise Beach Hotel was. That was run by Cunard Cruise Lines at one time. You see who's here for all of their in transit and all of their crew and officers, etc. That was just down that general area there. You would know those villas were supposed to have been massive structures or invested heavily into. Unfortunately, that ran into financial difficulty. That has also sat there for many years. So it went from Paradise Beach Hotel to nothing on the property itself, then to that construction, and then again that's just been left alone, I guess, to fall apart and decay. Not too sure what the future plans on that. In the distance there, just in the center of the camera, you'll see the 𝐤𝐢𝐿s. They are the rock sculptures that you've heard about in Barbados. That is halfway between here and 𝗣𝗟𝗘, the beach itself. You can approach that either from Freshwater Bay, where we parked this morning, up by 𝐿𝐴 Bay, and walk down here, or you can come for it from the 𝗣𝗟𝗘 section of down here. It's beautiful this morning. Alright, we have a system just to the east, slightly north of east of us, that's coming across. We're expecting that to be in our general area around Friday, so by Friday we should have some interesting oceans to show you. So we're coming on this side today, show you some of the camera section, although we are experiencing a north swell this morning. Hold on a second though, I have a serious problem though. If I cannot see the most amazing and beautiful thing this morning, I have a problem. Good morning to each and every one of you all. This morning I took an extra special time in front of the mirror, so I'm not so eager to jump in front of the camera. but I still want to get myself here, so when I go home I can hit replay for the rest of the day, so I can see my beautiful. He will. Okay, well I tried not this morning to bring a microphone that should be heard on, but as you can see, she's making her voice heard this morning, and guess who she's picking on? Me. Poor me, innocent person that never troubles anyone, that comes over here to bring you peace and serenity, is now being challenged this morning by her. What a beautiful morning, isn't that? Not just gorgeous. Alright, some of you may know, some of you may not know the exact area. It's hard to tell right now because it's not flowing, but generally where you're seeing that tree stumping beach, you see those rocks, is where the fresh spring comes out onto this area, hence the name Freshwater Bay. There is a natural spring just inland from here, or accumulation of water that comes down through the hills and comes out generally on the beach in this general area here. I have seen it shift around and stuff, but I've also seen it right here by these stumps just at the end of where Paradise property used to be, is where it used to come out. I've also seen water flowing further up as well, but this is the general area that most of the people in that are born and raised in this section of the island, or frequent this section of the island, have told me that they see it most often. That's in this general area with these rocks. Beautiful, beautiful morning. Very unlike some of the mornings we've been, well actually they were being beautiful too, but unlike some of the mornings where they had 4 or 5 cruise vessels in the harbour, this morning nothing in there but a cargo ship. That is the Bridgetown Harbour, in case you're not familiar with the island, in case you have not visited this section of the island. That is where all of our main cruise vessels come in. Some smaller ones will anchor more in Carlisle Bay, but majority of them will come here. The only way you really find them in Carlisle Bay is if they're extreme north swell conditions, which limit the actual berthing in the harbour itself. We've had ships that have come here and had to turn back and leave Barbados because it was not a safe place to tie up. A massive surge, if you get the real true north swell, comes straight into the harbour and hits the inside section, the cross section there by where you see Sugar Towers, and splashes 30-40 feet into the air and over that area. I've actually seen some ZM vans being engulfed by swells that are hitting the wall and crashing over them as they were shuttling people backwards and forth, and people on ships on the arm. So a lot of experiences, a lot of memories down there. This initial area that we're in now is by Pyle Bay. Pyle Bay is a fishing village just in front of us. We'll show you a little more, but there's some lovely condos down here. Just behind as well is a bush bar. If you've never heard of the bush bar, that is a place that's synonymous with fried pork, especially on a Thursday night. They do offer pork other times, but Thursday night is a real time to come down inside here if you want to try out some fried pork. I have a lot of friends that work at Atlanta Submarine and other places that come here almost every Thursday night. It is a ritual for them. Not only, of course, do they serve pork, but they sell lots of drinks. A non-ending bar that's going to be selling you bottles mainly. So if you want to drink, it's like having a bottle fest. So come down here, buy your bottle of rum, buy your soft drinks, however. Sit down and enjoy yourself, or do like me and buy a tonic water and relax and enjoy the scenery as well. Beautiful morning. A lot of sand has built down here. The signal this morning seems to be exceptionally good. We've gone down here. If you put this out, water nice and stop by there. We have been down here a few times in the past and seen this area with no sand around the front of these rocks. That's by the actual Freshwater Bay apartments or condos. I'll show you that in a minute. What I want to show you is where Gina has some property as well. So Gina, that owns Cattlewash Cruises, you can contact her if you want to stay in this immediate area. She also has some condos just located right here in front of us, so you can see. Lovely. Every time I pass here, I keep thinking of Nancy Runyon, as you remember, Melissa and all of her family. You know, I keep thinking of them because I had dinner here with them just before, unfortunately, Nancy passed away. So it always would be a memory for me here. But beautiful villas, beautiful condos just right on the beach itself. And as you can see, the beach right now, although it is full tide, this is absolute full tide right now. You can see it's a strong beach at the moment. We have been here and seen a lot narrower, so this morning when I came around the corner, I was pretty impressed to see the way that the sand had built up here, especially in front of Freshwater Bay. Normally when we walk in front of the rocks at Freshwater Bay, we can only do so at low tide, and of course select times of the year. You won't be able to do it all the time, but right now, as you can see, at the highest tide, a lot of sand directly in front of those rocks. Talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Have you anything nice to say? Seeing you've already assassinated me this morning.
I was waiting to see if you were talking bad about me.
Oh, I'm not talking bad about you. No way. You say you're beginning to hear a little better, so I can't afford to do that. I have her pretty convinced that her ears tell her lies, because when she goes back to listen to vlogs and stuff and she tells you I was bad talking, I said that's not true. Who are you going to believe? The person that tells the truth all the time, or your lying ears? So usually she says, I believe you next. You're lying Bajan warrior? Okay, he doesn't lie though, so you're trying to spread false propaganda here.
Nope.
Okay. Good morning, Chris Maloney from Automotive Arts. This is where Chris also has a condo as well, Freshwater Bay. Upstairs condo. If you're interested in renting this area, you can also call him. There are many rentals in these areas, but they're two personal friends of mine, so I like to mention them, you know, as I'm passing here, so you will know what's going on. As you'll see, they have, okay, I'm going to say a beautiful, well-maintained bush that's being maintained into a hedge in front. I have to say, it is quite beautiful when it's like this here. There's also a walking path between that 𝗂𝐴𝐺 bush and these armoured rocks. That is where you will find most people walking majority of the time when they come down here, unless it's low tide. Low tide, you can walk in front of here. As you can see, and right now at high tide we're able to do so. A lot of shift of sand, a lot of leveling of beach. It's looking really nice out here. This north swell that we're getting, or we had yesterday, made quite a few changes further on the coastline. We were talking about it yesterday morning when we were down on Old Town Beach, about how certain sections of the beach, the sand has shifted from one section to the other. Quite interesting, the movement that happened just with that swell. I do not know if the swell was here the day before. I only saw it yesterday, so I'm not too sure, but yesterday was definitely surfable at Church Point. I would imagine 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴 and a few of the breaks on the north would have had some good surf as well. So if you're on the island, hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of that and enjoy your surf. Alright, so we're parked here just by the freshwater bay, just behind. This is a really nice little fishing complex that has been upgraded and modified and enhanced. It is really nice now. We've actually been here a couple of times on our 𝗳𝗟𝗃 Saturdays, so you would remember those there with the family. This is directly to the, I would say, north of the Barbados Light and Power Plant, which is just in front of us there. Talk a little bit more about that as well as we go up. But the facilities here have changed completely. As you see, a little small fish market, rain, nothing on the beach. You now have a nice little kiosks and stuff in the inside section, showers, little sitting areas. Very nice. Bush bar, if you were to go directly to that house there, it's in the center of the camera. Turn left, you'll find Bush bar just down about 100 yards on your right. That is a very popular place for pork and hanging out in this general area. That's sort of like a lemon arbor of Blackrock. Beautiful morning. Sea conditions, unless you're talking directly on the shore itself, just calm and still and just glassed off. All the boats facing sort of a northeasterly direction. Standard, pretty much standard at this time of the year. So nothing is looking unusual except for how beautiful and wide this beach is at high tide. You will remember, or if you have been vlogging with us for a little while, you'll remember we did this walk a few months back to look at this unusual water flow that everyone was saying was coming from the actual Barbados Light and Power hot pot area. However, we did discover it was a surging of the swells that were coming over the outer bank and then forcing their way along this section here. So water was running pretty much from almost by the hot pot this entire way down. So we just came to have a look at it because someone had pointed out how unusual it was for it to be like that. So we came down and had a look. Now, at sometimes a year, you'll see this very high bank here on the inside section. Again, we want you to be aware that what you see today may not be so tomorrow, or actually through the north swell period around November, December, January, February. You know, a lot of this beach will be taken from here, the sand will be taken from here and pulled offshore. Sometimes you will come down and finally see right up to this section here, you're seeing the higher embankment. And on those days, you're going to have to walk in a pathway that's just behind the chain link fence that surrounds the light and power section. So many times where we're walking right now, especially in north swell. This morning. Well, I'm great. Yourself? All right, my brother. Nice, man. Good to see you, man. All right, cool. Yeah, so many times you can actually find out here where we're walking right now full of water, especially in north swell times when the sand shifts before it has a chance to replace itself. Sometimes you will come here, you will find the hot pot, water flow running in many different directions. The hot pot is formed basically from water that comes out of the Barbados Light and Power Station. They're the waters that are sucked in to cool the diesel turbine engines, and then they're forced back out, and that's what forms the hot pot. That's where you find a lot of people bathing. They say it has medicinal purposes. However, I'm not too sure about that, but I know that a lot of people that are in there are quite old. So I always say if that's the medication they'd be taking all their life, or the practices that they've been maintaining throughout their lives, I would have to say there's got to be some validity to that comment. But as you can see, water has run right along here and then bursts its dams and goes out. All depends on the swell and the tide conditions, of course. This is sounding like a serious documentary this morning, so let me enlighten it with some beauty. Yes. Wait, hold on a sec. Is that perfectly pointed on me? Do I have that perfectly focused on myself? Am I looking beautiful as always?
You have to go a little bit higher.
A little bit higher? Like here is better?
No, a little bit more.
No way. You all see how wicked she is? I'm here trying to get some information for her. She's my co-star. She's trying to make me put the camera higher than I am so you would not see my beautiful self. Look how she's trying to unfair you all and deprive you all of this handsomeness that I have to offer. Alright, so diesel turbine engines, main electricity generated equipment here. This used to be, or the main structure was up by the gas in Savannah. That's when the hot pot used to be up there. If you remember that years ago, they actually had a big metal hot pot in the sea itself, which we used to go and swim. And then as they started to increase their size and stuff, they came down in this general area here. And this is where the Barbados Light and Power main station is now. And the hot pot's just above. This water may look stagnant, which it probably is. It looks a little bit dirty, but that will burst its banks. You will see just about halfway between us and that person that's jogging there. You will see there's a little, sort of like little valley there in the sand. Water is going in and out of there, brackish water. So this is the highest tide, so it may surge over there. Hopefully clean up that a little bit, but that will burst out eventually in time when the north swells start to come in and deplete the sand from around here. Dangers of the hot pot. I really don't know of anyone drowning in any hot pot, except for someone I believe unfortunately lost their life in a pipe that was there at one time, going up inside and couldn't get back out for the loss of breath. However, besides that, normally the problem is the ocean here. If you are in the hot pot and you lose your footing at any time and there's a lot of water coming out from the light of power, you can be forced into this water. This current does not just drop you here, it takes you out towards the boats. It doesn't come in like most of the other currents you get around here. It's because this is on a point with a sandbar. So the natural flow of currents and the pull of the channel or the current is out into the boats itself. So it's not that you can float and come back into the beach here, you start to get pulled out. So if you're not a very strong swimmer, which a lot of people that go in hot pot are not, you can find yourself in some serious problems. You'll see some water that's being run over here at the high tide, just on the sand as well. So you'll see it is getting some brackish water and stuff in there. Smells down here, just like the rum factories above. That is a place that processes rum and stuff. It's a Malibu factory, or what's called the Malibu factory. We're not going that far up this morning, so we will keep that for another day's discussions. But what we want to do is show you the things that you'll see in the west coast that you won't see really on any other coastlines, or too often I should say. This is a style that is being used now a lot by fishermen in Barbados. They're going to have the boat behind is filled with netting. What they're going to do is they're going to drop a net over different bars along the west coast, and the amount of people are on it, they're not just only for pulling net, but they're actually for scaring the fish into the net. So they will get off in the area that they know a lot of fish. They'll put down the net, and then they will chase the fish from the other side into the net. So the fish think they're escaping and actually going into the net itself. That's something that's used quite often here in Barbados. A lot of different fishing techniques to use here. Long gone are the days where you just throw a fishing line overboard. Yeah, long gone are the days of just fish pots. There's actually this style of fishing, also long haul fishing, which are the big long nets that are dropped way out in the ocean by those big trawlers that will go out for like 8 and 10 days, etc., and keep the fish on ice and then bring them back in. So this is something that's very, very popular in the west coast. You really don't see too many boats like this here going up and down the south as it used to be, or close in. They will go out through Bowbells Channel and up along the banks off of the Paragon area, etc., or other banks along there, along the St. Lawrence area as well, on the outside at Graham Hall, shallows, etc., and fish. However, this is something you'll see a lot on the west coast, a lot of Moses. You can also see there's a healthy water as well, but the amount of these here flying around. Beautiful morning. This is just a beautiful morning in Barbados. Good morning, Kerry. I know you're crying because you're in New York and this is your home. You would like to be here right now, but I'm sure you, just as anyone else I know that has been through a lot of challenges in life, has found the beauty in life where you are right now this morning. So wake up, enjoy your beauty, or you can share some of our beauty here from your island with us as well. It's a beautiful morning. Absolutely beautiful. Check the sun that's coming up now. Stunning morning. Hot pot very busy this morning. What I can see though, they're roasting some breadfruit, it looks like to me. So we're going to take a little trip over there, let you see what it looks like. I know it's Hennessy, who really enjoys this here. Tennyson, good morning to you, my brother. I know, now you see this area, you must be saying, I want to go back home, I want a piece of breadfruit. Yeah, I know that already. You're going to think that I put that there. No, I did not do that this morning. That is these folks up here. What you will find up here is a lot of camaraderie with these guys up here. These are here every morning, sort of like their meeting point. They're going to come here, they're going to eat breadfruit, they're going to have a lot of fruit. You'll see a person bring an entire box of mangoes down here and share it amongst their friends and stuff. That is done on a daily basis. At the moment you can see they're doing their breadfruit up here. It looks like the right breadfruit. They may know if they have any fish that are going to be doing with that as well. But just to let you see how what they do up here and what happens in Barbados. First thing in the morning, who would expect to find a breadfruit pit out here, or I should say a breadfruit roasting area out here ready for this time of morning? But is that not just beautiful? Let's put that with the background, the ocean, and give you a 20-second photo opportunity. We haven't done that yet, so I think we can do it from this angle and really take in the beauty. I'm getting some lovely warmth from this here. It's beautiful this morning. There we go, 20-second photo op of a Barbadian breadfruit roasting experience at the hot pot. You can hear the wood popping in there. A lot of this is pallets and stuff that have been broken down from the deep water harbour. These guys will collect some, put them down here, and then break them up and use them, or bring their own wood as well. Now, we mentioned about the walk in here when the sea conditions are changing with big swells and stuff. The actual walkway goes along that chain link fence, right along behind those bushes and down. As you can see, it is quite a secluded area right now with the wide beach and stuff. You know, it's no problem in walk through or take pictures and stuff, so don't take me wrong and think I'm telling you down here is a hostile area, because it's not. But what I am saying is that when you see is really up in this general area, you know, I wouldn't really go and pull my towels up in front of the bush up there or anything, because it is quite a lonely area. And as you can see, you can be approached from any direction without being seen, because you have not seen that pathway behind the bush that we talked about for the entire walk this morning. So I like to rate beaches such as this as a +4. +4 not meaning anything terrible. It just means that if you're coming here to spend the entire day in front of this section here, not right now because there's a lot of sand that you could be on far away from the bush, but if you're coming here in general to lay on your towel, or even Paradise Beach where we started to lay your towel for the day, I recommend coming with some friends. You know, Barbados has a tendency to put you in a sleeping mode at the beach. This quiet slapping or lapping of the waves on the sand, and just the sound of everything around nature itself can put you to sleep quite quickly. So when you're in lonely areas and it's just you and one person, you know, you're really not having any attention, you just zone out and you're gone. Whereas if you're like with 4 people, someone is usually getting up and dusting off a towel or getting a drink or putting on tanning lotion or something. So there's always activity around you, so it makes yourself less of a vulnerable pinpoint. Again, as I said, it is not something that happens regularly in any of these areas, but again, I'm not trying to fool anyone. I'm going to tell you, if it's a secluded and overgrown area, I recommend you exercise extreme caution. We do not want having any unpleasant experiences while you're here in Barbados enjoying a tropical vacation in this paradise, and that's for sure. Alright, we're going to go and show you a little bit more of the hot pot of how it bursts out. Last time we were here, where we were walking right now is where the channel was running. It ran right along the inside of the sandbar itself and then escaped. You have seen, because of that little bit of a swell we've had, you can actually see how it's eating away the sandbar here, and the exit is here at this point. Again, it can also go parallel to the actual water way up, like I said, maybe another 100 yards to where that gentleman is running towards us in the direction of Bridgetown, and that is where you can also get that as well. The sand around the actual mouth of the exit, or where the water comes out on the hot pot, is usually very soft and deceiving, so be careful. You know, don't let children just run through this here and think they're going onto a dry beach the other side, because it does get deep in certain areas, and because of the consistent movement of sand, you can see how the sand is getting moved here by the currents and the swells that are coming in. You can get here extremely deep, and you can walk across here looking at ankle deep or whatever, and this is what can happen. Now, you would never have thought that it would be in that depth. This at this gentleman's waist, so you can appreciate that when you're walking through here, you've got to be careful. There's also a little bit of current, so if there's anyone that cannot swim in your party, please don't let them go and play in these areas, especially young kids. As you can see, that would have swept away a young kid quite easily. Good morning, my brother. You good? Getting deep, man. So these are areas that are concerned. This is where we've lost many Barbadians and also a few visitors as well. They've come here and you see in front, and as I said, the current does not bring you and drop you lower down the beach. The current actually takes you out in that direction. So it's not a case of just flowing with the current and coming in further down. If you just flow with the current, you're actually going to find yourself out in the boat. So just swim at that angle towards 𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗲 Bay. If you do get caught out here, you will come in, but just swim at that angle. Do not panic. You cannot beat this current, so if you get caught in this current, don't panic. I'll show you what I mean by the quick drop-offs. This is how it is here. Under here, the sand is also very, I would say, loose. The because it's continuously moving, so it gets a little deeper. We just saw that gentleman come down just now and he went waist deep. There are sections here that will probably be a lot deeper than that, might even go to chest in this immediate area. But as you'll see in the inside section, it's sheltered, mainly just about waist, if that. People are actually sitting down to get a sea bath. There's a sign up there that says, do not swim here. Do not swim here, strong currents. So we're not going to tell you come and swim here. All I'm going to tell you is, if you are coming here and you decide you want to cool off in this water, please exercise caution. Do so when there are locals here. If there are no locals here, especially in early morning, you know there's a reason. Because this place is frequented by Barbadians day in and day out, 7 days a week. So if you come here and you find no one in this water, there's a reason for it. Don't go in it. Stay away from it for sure. Go up further up onto the actual beach behind us, Brandon's, or go further down towards the 𝗂𝗂𝗏𝗏 where it's a lot calmer without the kind of rip currents that you experience in this initial area. This is one area in Barbados that has currents every day. It's not a case of you may not have current today or may not have current tomorrow. The thing is about it is it's either strong or it's not strong, but there's always current in this area. Morning to all my family. How are you all this morning? My 𝐤𝐴𝐿𝐴, man. Nice. That's yours breadfruit out there roasting? Yeah. Sweet, man. I was just telling everybody about, I know that, man. I just telling everybody about how you all come here every day and share as a family, whether it be fruit, whether it be breadfruit, and as this morning I can see sugarcane.
For real, boy.
For real, absolutely. I know that for sure. All right, good to see you all this morning, huh? Stay blessed. All right, have a good week. All right, see you all later. All right, so you see they're stocking some cane now, and they have their breadfruit up there ready. So this is what you're gonna call a real typical morning for these folks. I can't see a better way of starting any day. The only better way to do it would be to do what I do, and that's what we do, I should say, and that is to walk in different locations around the island rather than just one said location all the time. But gathering amongst friends is what is important. 2 or more is called a gathering. Hope you all are having a wonderful day. Hope you enjoy this little bit of a walk. It's just an ease in. Hold on a second, let me put her in focus and make her uncomfortable. Here we go. It's just an ease into the week that's coming up. This is what we like to do on a Monday. We have different themes for different days. Monday is sort of like an ease into the week. Tuesday is a little bit more galloping. Wednesday is an off day. Thursday is Q&A community, which we do in the evening time. Anyone on the island would like to join Jeanette and myself and anyone else of our family that comes and joins us on that day, we will be at Q&A community from around 4 o'clock until 7. That is our kind of filming time. We don't like to go too late because the crowd gets too big, and then we don't like to go too early because it's too hot. So between 4 and 7, if you'd like to meet us on Thursday. Otherwise, then we have what we call Fatigue Friday. Fatigue Friday is the day after Q, because we don't normally stay out that late. So we don't get to bed till like 10:30, 11 on a Thursday night, wake up at 3:15. So that would give you an understanding of why we call it Fatigue Friday. And then on Saturday we have 𝐷𝗟𝗏 Saturday. That is where we gather and do pretty much what we're doing now. We really walk to nowhere. We talk about nothing of any consequence. We just hang out together. You would have seen Miss Kier is coming back in action. She should be back out hopefully this week, if not in the weeks coming, because she said she's just recalibrating herself and getting herself ready again to bring the best that she possibly can to you all. So hopefully you will be able to join us on Saturday, whether it be physically or whether it be as an EMC live warrior. Come and join us. Actually join us on any day. And then on Sunday we don't really do anything of planned at the moment. However, that is the day that we do have our mobile offices, which will be starting up soon again. So if you're coming to Barbados in November and December and January, etc., get ready for those. They will be hitting the road again. We'll be going for different sections of the island. I'll bring you the kind of characters and also the environments that change from coast to coast and from location to location. I see that we have our cook on here this morning. I hope that she's ordered her breakfast already, because I know it will be delivered to her very soon. Cheryl, you're not fooling me with all those dirty cooking pots and stuff you had in your account there, because it doesn't show me who actually cooked. So good morning to you. Good morning to our snapologist. I have to call her our snapologist. We have a surfologist, a hikologist. We don't have a snapologist. That will be Joy Pugsley. Good morning to you. Hopefully you will get me. Hold on, hold on. Let me make it easy for you this morning, Joy. Hold on. This is a pose that you can take. Not the horrible ones you normally do of me. You know, usually when I look at Joy's postings, I have to laugh, because beautiful captures of my co-star, and then horrible captures of me, and then stunning captures of scenery around. She's calling over our snapologist. Alright, so one more time, look how wide this beach is. Absolutely beautiful. Again, you can see how the water would run in a northerly direction here if it does come in here heavily from the sea. It will run along the bank in there and then burst its way out around Pyle Bay as well, which you've seen in some of our past vlogs. This morning's signal has been amazing. Recently we began a lot of drop signals around Freshwater Bay going in the direction of Paradise. However, this morning has been a beautiful, beautiful morning. I think the signal will be great. I hope you've enjoyed the scenery that we brought to you. So it has been a usual startup Monday. Let me get over here. I'll share my beauty and share my love. I'll share my positive spirit. It has been a beautiful day. We've really enjoyed having you with us. Hopefully you will come and join us in person. Remember, you can walk with us any morning at all. You just have to put it in your mind that you have to be up by 4:30 to get notification of where we're going, and then leave home by around 5 as it's coming towards winter, or your winter, or Christmas. The sun is going to start coming up later and later. As you've seen, it's now around 5:45, 5:47 in that kind of time frame. It will get closer to 6 as the months go on. So you can come and join us. Just get up, get ready, leave home at 5 o'clock and come and join us. Remember, the emphasis is on you, it's not on us. It's on you to come and join us, because we're going to be here. But we will be delighted to have your company while we're walking. And hopefully you will be able to come and say some positive, beautiful things about me. Because as you can see, my co-host this morning has only been shooting me down. Alright, so here we go. This is what you can do on the West Coast. Open your throttle, kick your engine out to full max, and just plane across this beautiful water. On the South Coast you'll be jumping all over, dipping, diving, etc. So you understand why the Moses are so popular out here. The discoloration you see in the sky, that's some of the smokes going in the upper atmosphere from the same like the power station behind us. So we're going to take a circle of love, let you enjoy this here, and then we're going to wind up for this morning. So get ready, here we go. How I wish we had a webcam so y'all could see how I have been assaulted for that entire duration here, trying to break the concentration and break the silence. Remember, we've been really conscious over the last couple of days, or at least I have been, if you've been watching the posts that I've been putting up. And that's because many times I go into deep thoughts and things that are sort of like causing challenges for me, and I try to find the way out of them by looking for the best in life, etc. So I reflect on those in the writings. It's actually, I live all of those every day, just like everyone else. It's not that I walk the beach in the morning, I don't have any things that go on in my mind that cause confusion or stress or weigh me down, because just like everyone else I do. I don't care how many beaches you walk on, or how many sunsets or sunrises you watch, you're also going to have the stresses of life that you have to deal with. Remember that we're supposed to balance it out. The only way to balance it out are the things that are absolutely necessary to take on right now, take on. All others push one side. You know, if you've already done everything in preparations for an upcoming event that's stressing you out, you've already done it. Let that go. Live life and enjoy the present. That will come, that day will come, and that day will go. So try and find the beauty that's around you. I'm doing that this morning. I'm making sure to try and focus on today itself, to take in what we're seeing here right now. Enjoy this serenity. Enjoy a beautiful walk with love of my life. Enjoy a beautiful walk with some friends and family and loved ones that I have met that I never knew before, that are like brothers and sisters to me. Why would I not be happy right now? Why should I allow something to come into my mind to break that focus, break the beauty, and break the serenity and the happiness that I'm currently experiencing? I have to fight for that to not happen, but it's something that I fight for. That's a worthy cause to fight for. Worthy cause is to fight for your serenity, your peace, and your happiness. And when you find all that, then you can share your love and your kindness with everyone else. If you are all mixed up in your thoughts, and I would say enslaved in your thoughts, you cannot be free. So you need to push everything one side. What is necessary today? If you need to go home and cook lunch, well, that's a necessity. You gotta go and cook lunch. But you don't have to think about tomorrow's breakfast today. In other words, that's putting it in very simple terms for you. From the hot pot, from Pyle Bay, from Freshwater Bay, we greet you again from Barbados. And we say farewell. We hope you had an enjoyable walk this morning. I hope it starts your week off with peace and serenity that we would like to do. I haven't been talking as much this morning. Actually, I don't really talk very much anyhow. I don't like to talk about anything really about myself in particular. I don't like to focus on me. So I mean, folks, why are you looking at me in that? Why are you looking at me in that face? Why are you cut your eye at me and looking at me with that expression on your face? So
Lies.
okay. All right. So we talked about the method of long nets. This is the method of fish potting. Guys, gonna haul his fish pots. If any of you are in this general area and you want some pot fishing stuff this morning, come down to Pyle Bay. As you can see, some fresh ones are on the way. And have a great day, people. Take this time that we're gonna give you now, which is about 30 seconds, and this view. Breathe it all in and appreciate what you can enjoy here in Barbados if you're not here already. And if you are here already, please don't waste time. Come out and enjoy this if you do have the time. Try and make the time for this kind of piece of serenity, because this can be your foundation for the day. Have a great day. We love you all.